Okay, can somebody help me with this confusion I have in my head? Now, Christians say that it is against God for a transgender person to change their sex from the sex they were born as. Because what God created should stay as God created it. But yet, if a child is born both male and female with male and female sex organs, many Christians say, I'm not going to say plain Christians anymore because I am a believer in God and Jesus Christ, which makes me a Christian. But I'm not a traditional Christian. Now, as I was saying, many Christians say that if a child is born with both male and female sex organs, that child should have an operation to change the child's sex to suit humans' concept of what God wants. Now, if somebody's born with a funny looking nose, they say go get a nose job to change what God had placed on that person's face to what a human finds more acceptable. Or if their boobs were too small, go get a boob job. To change what God gave that woman so that it would be more sexual and acceptable to mankind. So, explain to me again, why is it wrong for a transgender person to change the sex they were born as to the sex that they know within themselves and that genetics prove they are? But it is not against God to do all these other things to man's acceptability. I don't get this. Why is one acceptable to God, but the other one isn't, according to many of you so-called Christians? I don't get it. It's acceptable to God for you to change your hair from brown to blonde when you were clearly born brown haired. I mean, it's not like your hair is saying, oh, I feel like I'm blonde. No. It's not like your nose is saying, I feel a little smaller and more perky. It's not like your boobs are saying, oh, I just need to be a little bit bigger. No. It's you saying that. It's not like your genetic makeup says that you should be blonde. No. In your genetic makeup, it shows you are brown haired. You have a funny looking nose, no boobs, and a big butt. That's the way God created you. Why are you changing it? But yet, if genetically a child, transgender child, shows that they produced, a male child shows that he produced more estrogen than testosterone, and he has a penis, then he shouldn't be changing himself from looking like a boy to a girl. And the same thing goes with girls that produce testosterone instead of the estrogen they need to be a girl. And personally, I can't get that. One is genetically proven. That's the way God made that child. The other is humanly acceptable because that's the way man wants it. But yet, you are more apt to be acceptable or accepting to man's demand on change of the human body than you are to the genetic, known, God made change of the human body. Why is that? What makes you more knowledgeable than God? What makes your choices of what you like and what you don't like more acceptable to God? What makes you know more than God? Isn't you Christians the one who say God makes no mistakes? Then a child born with both male and female sex organs is not a mistake, are they? So why should they have to be changed? If the mother chooses not to change them and allow the child to decide whether that child wants to have himself changed, what is wrong with that? The child is doing no more than what God created him to do. Be himself. If he never chooses to get a sex change to become male or female, then he is doing nothing more than staying what God made him. If he chooses to change himself, then he is doing what man finds acceptable. Because God don't make mistakes. Man does. And one of the mistakes you people are doing, you're rejecting God's children. And you're trying to change them into what you find acceptable. God allows you to change yourself because he gives you free will. But he doesn't allow you to judge his creations. He does not allow that. He does not accept that. So my suggestion to those of you out there who are clearly deciding that you want to be judgmental and tell people how to run their own life, my suggestion to you, shut your mouth, turn around, ask God for forgiveness for your ignorance, and go deal with your own sins in your own life. And leave other people alone, because it is not your right to tell another person what they can do with their life. That or every dye that is on a store shelf for the hair, every tweezer, every shaver, every cosmetic product out there needs to be taken off the shelf. Every clinic out there that is for plastic surgery and cosmetic surgery needs to be closed down. Every one of them. Every single solitary one of them. Every fertility clinic should be closed down. Because when it suits you, it is what God wants and it should not be changed. And when it suits you, it is what you want and you're going to change it. Now you can either stick to the what you want and you're going to change it and keep your hair dyes and your makeup products and your cosmetic surgeries and all that other fun stuff to make you look young and beautiful forever. Or you can go with the ideal of, hey, God made it that way. That's the way it should be. Grow old, get saggy in the face, put away your makeup, put away your hair dye, stop the boob jobs, stop the facelifts and the tummy tucks and the butt lifts and the penis enhancements and all that other fun stuff you do, and leave it as God intended it to be. Because He made you that way. He made you to age, get old, get wrinkly, have a funny nose, not enough boob, too flat of a butt, too small of a penis. He made you that way. And if that's the way He made you, then that's apparently the way He wanted you. What right do you have to change that? Think about it for a minute before you go judging a transgender or LGBTQ person. Because you're judging them for the same thing you do. Every time you go in and you go get that dye from Walmart, you know, that perfect color you like, oh, so much. Let's hide the grays. Oh, ooh, something I don't do. Hide the grays because my hair's not perfect enough. Let me dye it. Oh, it's normally brown. I want blonde hair. You know how much better that's gonna look. Oh, it's gonna look so sexy. Oh, let's get a hold of the doctor. These boobs are just sagging way too much. I'm looking old. Oh my gosh, God made me that way, but I don't want to be that way. And gays and transgenders can't do what I'm doing. 'Cause it's against oh no. It's against nature. So as your boob changes, your nose changes, your tummy tucks. I mean, face it. If you're too damn lazy to get up and do a few sit-ups, you deserve to have that tummy. So excuse me. It's not God's fault you don't look perfect. He made you exactly the way He wanted you. But it is your fault when you go and change yourself. Now, either God makes mistakes and made you wrong, and that's why you got to change your hair and get a facelift and a nose job and a boob job and a butt job and a penis enhancement and a chin job and all these other things you guys go out and let's make those cheeks nice and high. All those little things you do, either God made a mistake or you're choosing to make yourself look different for your own mankind look. Now, as far as transgenders go, back in the day when there was no sex change operation, sure, they would have to keep on being who they were, as God made them. But now, they can be who they know they are inside, as God made them, and change their outside to look like their inside. Just the same as changing your blonde hair changes your outside to how you envision you are on the inside. No different and no more of a sin than what you do.